Welcome back to Epos Nerd News for January 16th, 2013. CES wrapped up last week and we got some pretty cool products from many different companies. One of these being the SteamBox, the Piston, the Steam computer built for having it in your living room for use on your TV with a controller. I'm not going to talk too much about this as my opinions pretty much coincide with those of Total Biscuit. I'll point you to his content patch episode on the topic. You can check the description and link below or annotation on the screen. I kind of agree mostly with what he says, and honestly I really don't have anything to say on the matter, so you can watch his video and find out what he says and find out more info about it there, because I honestly don't even know a whole lot about it because I'm not that interested. There's also the SmartFridge from Samsung, and this is kind of a step towards the smart house idea that people used to have a while back ago, where your whole house is integrated into one networked interface, and basically your whole computer works, your whole house works together pretty much as one computer. And it's really kind of cool. You have a Android screen on your fridge, and you can run Android apps and things like that, so when you go to get a drink of water, you can beat the next level on Angry Birds and overflow your cup, and things like that. And what I'm hoping to see eventually is it to sync up with your other devices, and to have a webcam and either Skype, or on your fridge Skype would be a bit weird, but some sort of like phone answering system, because with the smart house idea, if you get a phone call while you're, you know, in the kitchen, then you can go over to the fridge, answer it, and have a video chat or a voice chat with whoever's calling you right there, without having to have your phone, without having to have your computer, things like that, because it's just built into your fridge. That's a cool step towards what we might have. We probably won't see anything closer to that for the next few years, but it's still a pretty cool innovation towards that direction. Also, my friends at Kingston launched a couple new products, such as the HyperX 10th Anniversary Memory, with the cool silver heat spreader and things like that, and the Data Traveler HyperX Predator flash drive. It's a mouthful, but it's the most incredible flash I've ever seen. It's only about this big as far as length goes, but like maybe that thick, and it supports 512 gigabytes or a terabyte in the palm of your hand. That is just, that is incredible. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I will hopefully be having a review of one of them for you guys soon. It will probably be the 512 gigabyte model, but they're going to be pretty much the same, just different sizes. That thing is really cool. If you haven't heard about it, check it out. Check out my blog for more information about it. I made a little post about it, and you can get that in the description below. Pokemon X and Y were announced, and somebody decided to troll Pokemon fans around the world with this sketch of what appeared to be a Fire-type Pikachu evolution, which was said to be able to use its electric powers to spark hydrogen and create hydrogen fires and hydrogen explosions. And so it was like a fire-electric type version of Pikachu as an evolution. Now obviously Pikachu already has an evolution, Raichu, but theoretically this could be an alternative evolution, much like they have with other Pokemon, like Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee and Hitmontop and the Eevee evolutions and things like that. But it has been confirmed that that was a hoax by a Japanese site, pretty much like 4chan, that just kind of got spread around Twitter, and everybody just kind of reblogs everything without paying attention to the source. Personally, I think it would be kind of cool to have an alternative evolution of a Pokemon like that. Not necessarily Pikachu, because it's one of the original 151 Pokemon, and I'm somewhat of a purist when it comes to Pokemon. But I still think the possibility of that kind of thing is really cool. What do you guys think? Would you all actually be open to those kinds of things, alternative evolutions to currently existing Pokemon? Because that would make that would make things make a bit more sense. I have a big issue with the new regions and new gens of Pokemon, because it just completely adds more and more Pokemon to this world that nobody's seen before, and it makes the whole story make not a lot of sense. But having alternative evolutions, and maybe even some sort of like crossbreeding between the Pokemon, would make things make a lot more sense and make things a bit cooler, in my opinion, for the Pokemon universe. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. The Chinese Call of Duty Online began its alpha testing this week. Not beta testing as most people claim, it's just closed alpha for friends and family, as Activision usually does. And this is Activision's response to the Chinese console bans. The Chinese recently banned consoles, and so game developers are having to find alternative platforms to release their games to the Chinese market, PC being the primary obvious choice to go with. And they've been developing Call of Duty Online, which basically is a multiplayer-only Modern Warfare release with the Chinese UI and new servers for it, but it's a pay-to-play model. I really don't like pay-to-play at all, and I have nothing good to say about it, but lots of bad things, so I don't want anything to do with pay-to-play. Blizzard announced patch 1.0.7 for Diablo 3. Yes, the game has been out for at least 8 months, and we are only on patch 1.0.7. Anyway, and the big thing that everyone's excited about for this patch is the PvP. Yes, PvP has been added to Diablo 3 with this. Well, when the patch is released, it will be added to Diablo 3. It will not be a whole huge PvP thing, it's just a dueling mode where you can have up to 4-man free-for-all. You go talk to Nick the Brawler in the inn in New Tristram, and he will take you to the Scorched Chapel, a new arena for players PvP. And you get to duke it out with your friends. It's their way of making it non-invasive. It's up to you to choose to go into PvP mode without feeling forced or losing your stuff, and just a friendly way of adding PvP to Diablo 3. I personally don't think a game like Diablo 3 should have to implement PvP to keep people around. It should have been entertaining to begin with, but I'm glad they're doing it, because I'm honestly pretty bored with Diablo 3 and I'm only like level 30. So that's kind of a problem. They also implemented they're implementing some wizard and monk improvements, some monster changes, some new rare crafting recipes for account-bound items and things like that. Pretty cool. Patch notes are in the description below. Hopefully this breathes a bit more life in Diablo 3, but we shall see. That may not be guaranteed. A recent cyber espionage. A cyber espionage group called Red October was recently discovered. Kaspersky says that their code suggests that they have been working behind the scenes gathering information since at least 2007, so that's like 5 years behind the scenes gathering information from countries all over the world except for China. Since 2007, without anybody having a single clue that they're doing this or who the hell they are. That's a pretty big problem if you ask me. They have been using vulnerabilities in Microsoft Office files, in mobile phones, and by accessing deleted files on flash drives, and gathering just sensitive information from diplomatic institutions and government institutions all over the world, again, except for China, for the past 5 years, and nobody's known about it. This could potentially be huge. While everyone's been freaking out about all the stuff Lulzsec and Anonymous have been doing, these guys have just been collecting everyone's shit and throwing it all in a pile and storing it for a rainy day. It's from what the research is saying, they're not from the United States, and they are a freelance but professional grade group doing this for no one has any idea. No one knows where they originated from or anything. The code is mostly Chinese, but it has some Russian slang in it supposedly, and their server hosting is somewhat in Germany and Russia, but they've been bouncing around through proxies and all the usual detection avoidance stuff, so nobody knows exactly who they are or where they are. That's pretty scary. I don't know what to think about that. Check your mobile phones, and see, that's the big thing, is the way these guys work, you have no idea if your information's been accessed, stolen, sold, used. Like, these guys will get in, take your information without you ever knowing about it, and that's the scary part. As a bonus clip for this episode, I want you guys to go check out the sci-fi short film called Raw. This is about a 7-minute video that took 7 months to make, but it was made by a single man. And that may not sound impressive for a 7-minute video, just off the top of your head, but once you go watch it, the impressiveness of this, it's a full-featured sci-fi short film. It was made by one man. Just go watch it, it's pretty spectacular. Thank you for watching this episode of Epos Nerd News. I appreciate your all support with the show, and as always, I encourage you to comment, like, subscribe, share this show to your friends, and give me feedback as to how I can improve it. Leave the feedback in the comment section below, or fill out the feedback survey, link in the description below. This week we will be giving away a case of Gamer Grub, which is about 8 packages of this gamer snack, which is designed to keep crumbs from getting at, like, to not make crumbs that get in your keyboard, and to keep your hands from getting greasy. That way you can eat it while you play video games, and not make a mess of yourself, like with chips and crackers and just about anything. It's really, really good. It'll last forever, and it's all bite-sized snacks. I highly encourage you to check it out if you haven't already, but we will be giving you a case to try for yourself. Just leave in the comment section below who your favorite video game character of all time is, and we will pick randomly from the comments section below. The winners of the Kingston prize from last week should be contacted shortly. If we haven't contacted you by now, you probably have not won, and good luck with the Gamer Grub contest. As always, thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Tune in for the next episode of Epos Nerd News.